Hello and welcome to another episode of Let's Learn. Today, by popular demand, I'm going to be looking at Lover's Eyes by Mumford and Sons. This again is off of Babel, and it's definitely one of my favorite songs on here. So, without further ado, get your recording ready, maybe, or just have this video, which so far so good. You're doing great. Let's get to it. Okay, so off the bat you can hear a little bit of guitar in there. Okay, now the guitar's a little bit hard to hear at first, to be honest with you. And I listened to this earlier with headphones on, turned up quite a bit just so I could hear what was going on. But here is what you need to do. Step one. Right now you're probably in standard tuning. Right? That's not where you need to be. So take your E string, tune it down to a D. Good, okay, because this intro verse section is really just built around a D major chord. And normally you'd play D major like this, right? And that's all fine. We're going to do sort of like that, but a lower octave version of that, which in fact is just open low D, A, and your normal D. And what you're going to do is your normal D string is going to be your moving or melody string, and that's where we're going to be doing all of our fingering for the verses. And your low D string and your A string, those are just going to be sort of droning notes below it. Okay? So if we look at this melody, for the first verse it sounds like the guitar is just following the vocals. Or vice versa. So if we just try to play that melody on our open D string, we have, right? So in other words, 0 2 0 4 5 4 7 5 4 2 2 2 4 4 2 2 open. Okay, now in between those, and all those, I'm going to say there are sort of quick moving notes, like those, and then there are held notes like that. And then quick, then held, then quick, held, and so on. You get the idea. And the reason I'm drawing attention to that is because the picking that you're going to do is going to be a little bit different for the quick and the held notes. That's right? So, picking thing to know, number one. What you're going to be doing with your right hand is thumb on your low D string, index on your A string, and your middle finger on your normal D string. Now you're going to be doing middle finger, then thumb, index finger, thumb. Or in other words, the high note, the low note, the middle note, and the low note. Right, so that's the most important thing for you right now. Now when you have quick notes, you're just going to do the melody note, or the high note in this case, and then your bass note, and then the next melody note. So it's going to be like high, low, high, low, high. Now we're on a held note, and we're going to do high, low, low, high, low, middle, low. Right? So what that would sound like up until here is... So you can see whenever I'm doing the quick notes, I'm just doing the quick note and then hitting that bass and then moving right on to the next one. And whenever I have a held note, I'm doing that picking pattern I just talked about. And then quick, quick, quick. Right, so when you have those, what you want to do is do your hammer on, and then do your middle note, which your index finger is on your A string, and then low, so... and then pull off, and then, so anytime you do basically two melody notes in a row, like with a hammer on or with a pull off or something, do A, D, or in other words, your A string and your low D, and then back to the picking pattern. Okay, so that's going to be your first verse. So nothing too hard there. Moving on, we'll play along with the recording here, and then we'll get to the chorus. This mirror hold my eyes too bright. I can't see the others in my life. And you'll notice also when he's actually singing along with it, he doesn't do the at the end there. So just take that out. Just stay on 2nd fret, and that's even easier. Okay, now into the chorus. Okay, so what's happening here are a lot of different sort of pickings, but don't worry about it. This one's a lot easier than what we did in the verse. So your chords for this chorus section are a G major, and when we're in drop D, instead of doing a normal G major like that, what we're going to do is 5th fret on your low D string, and 3rd fret on your normal B string. And basically what he's doing is just picking the bass note and then an octave above it. So in this case, the bass note is 5th fret on your low D string, and then your open G string for the high octave. And then a D, then an A major, and then D. Right, so that's pretty easy. So we'll play along with that. So G, D, A, D. Okay, so now there's that big D right after the chorus. So after you do it's just a D major, just strum it, and then you hear the guitar does stay just like that, but the piano does this, and because we don't have a piano playing with us, well, if you do, just let the piano do it, but if you don't have a piano, use your pinky to hammer onto the 4th fret of the G string occasionally, so you'd have 4, 2, 4, 2. Okay, so that's not so bad. Now in this next verse, really all he's doing is a D major and an A major. So there's some cool shot notes that we're going to do, and I'll show you that right now. So D, still D, now A, right? So when he's saying curse of these lovers' eyes, the big strum is actually on the and of every beat. So it's like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, if you know what I mean. With the words, it'd be to rid the curse of these lovers' eyes. So the easiest way to think about it, if you're going to play and sing at the same time, is sing a word, then strum the note. Sing a word, strum the note. Curse of these lovers' eyes. Right? So really easy that way. Okay, moving on. Same thing, we're just going to play along. Okay, so same chords as before, but instead of doing the whole back and forth picking, you can do that. It does sound good. I like to strum along just because I think it builds it up a little more, so we're going to do that. So again, it's G, D, A, D, G, D, A, D, G, D, A, D. Just stay on D for a few bars. Okay, this is a really cool section. I'm going to call this part 1 of the bridge because there are 2 parts coming up. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is when he says, I'll walk slow, just let it ring on an open D. Your next chord is going to be like an A major, only you're going to take your index finger off of where normally you would have 2nd fret on the D string. Right, so if you can see, just going to take that off. So you basically have open A, open D, 2nd fret on G, 2nd fret on the B string, and then open E. And it sounds like this. Okay? So he's going, I'll walk slow, I'll walk slow. Right? So after it does that chord, it's back to the D. And then on the take my hand, I'll be, that's a B minor. Take my hand, I'll be G major. So all that is D, let it ring. This funny thing, which is sort of like an A major, but without the 2nd fret on D, and then back to the D major. And then B minor, G major, back to the D. Alright, so with the words, I'll walk slow, I'll walk slow, take my hand, help me my way, and then just D. And I like to palm mute it. Okay. He does it again. And this time through, he actually strums it. B minor, G, back to the D. Okay, now this little instrumental section, almost exactly the same. The only difference is that instead of doing this funny chord that was sort of like an A, we're actually going to do an A. So when all that's happening, it's going to go D, A, D, B minor, G, back to the D. Okay, so let's play along with it. Same thing. Now you might be watching and wondering what the heck I'm doing right here. I just like having that note in there, so I've modified. It's still the same chords as I just described. I'm just modifying them. Oh. There we go. It wouldn't be Let's Learn without my computer breaking halfway through, right? Oh my goodness. Get out of here, Google Chrome. Okay, what was I saying? All these chords are exactly the same. All I've done is modify it so that I can have my pinky on there, right? So it sounds like... You don't have to do that at all. I just think it sounds really cool, so that's how I roll. Okay, now right here when all those trumpets and everything come in, you're just gonna play it as if you were playing the verse, right? So it's a lot of D. And then an A. Right? So you're just going back and forth. D, A, D, A, D, A. Really easy. And even when the vocals kick in a second with the all that funny stuff, I didn't really do it justice there, but you know what I mean. Same thing. It's just a lot of D and a lot of A. So we're gonna play along with it. And you can see how it fits together. Okay, now, you may have been noticing that I was doing something a little funny there. Again, the chords have stayed exactly the same as what I just described. However, I gotta be honest with you, when I play this song, I have a heck of a time singing all the way up there. With the that's really high when I sing it like he does. So what I sometimes do is instead of singing that, I'll just play that on the guitar. So those notes are... So in other words, 3rd fret on B, then open E, 3rd, and then 2, 3rd, 2, 5, 3, 2, open, open, 2, open, 3 on B. Okay, so trying to do all that while keeping your D major down sounds like this. That's kind of me cheating a lot, but I'm not necessarily recommending you do that. But if you have trouble singing the high notes like I do, it may be something worth looking into. Okay, so that's pretty much the whole song. It's a good one, and it might have seemed like there were a lot of parts there, but it's really not as complicated as it sounds. Okay, now a couple announcements. I would really like to get myself a new camera, and I don't have any money. So I've put together a website. It's www.letslearnwithdave.com, and you can go there and you can find all my videos. And if you like, I can also be doing some blog updates if you like, talking maybe a little bit more about theory, like maybe when I'm talking about these intervals, like a major third or perfect fifth. Maybe you don't know what I'm talking about, so I can do posts about that. But most importantly for me is that I'm going to have a donation link on there. If you want to donate money to me so that I can get a better camera, it would make my life a lot easier. It would probably be a little nicer for you guys so that I'm not constantly breaking my computer while I do this and then complaining about it. Now, the other thing is that I also just got myself a Twitter account. I've never used Twitter before, but you can follow me on there if you like. It's, what is it? It's LLW Dave for Let's Learn with Dave. So I don't know how Twitter works, but I guess you type in at LLW Dave and you can tweet at me or whatever you do. I don't know, but I have that now, so that's cool. But again, check out that website. It's letslearnwithdave.com, and I want to thank my brother for setting that up, actually. It's a big help. Otherwise, if this video helped you out, please hit the like button below, and if you want to see more of this, maybe more Mumford and Sons, I'm doing a little Lumineers, and just kind of get an idea of how to learn songs on your own, feel free to subscribe. Okay? And if you really want to feel crazy, share it with your friends. Why not, right? They all love guitar, especially the ladies, so share it with them. Okay? I'm getting weird now, so I'm going to stop. See you next time.